The single road through town, lined with old buildings that played roles in a fascinating chapter of Old West history, the Lincoln County War.
But many people who visit Lincoln only know one character from that story, Billy the Kid. Our Nicole Brady is a descendant of another figure in the war, Lincoln County Sheriff William Brady. Tonight she shows us how the community is bringing the characters alive and teaching people the rest of the story.
It was just mainly a feud that they took care of by guns.
There were no winners.
A conflict marked by two sides killing each other back and forth. The Lincoln County War heated up in 1879 with the killing of a lawman, Sheriff Brady.
Reap the whirlwind, Sheriff Brady. Reap it.
As a child, I was told that my great-great-great-grandfather was shot dead by the legendary outlaw Billy the Kid.
Brady was ambushed and he got shot by a lot of bullets. And back then, I mean, you have accounts anywhere from 12 to 18, 19 bullets.
Truly awful. Brady was just 48. He left behind a wife and 8 children. Today, more than 130 years later, I can retrace his last steps on the main street through Lincoln. So show me the spot where he likely took his last breath here.
Probably in this area right here.
Right here, walking past, because this store is still, this was the store.
Right. This was it.
And,
so it was,
and we know he was walking right past it. It's a fascinating history for my own family, but to most people, Brady was a minor player in New Mexico's Wild West. That's part of the reason why in 1940, the people of Lincoln decided to bring the story of the Lincoln County War back to life in a staged reenactment.
In the very first one, they told me that each scene was done at the place down the street, and the actors and the crowds went down the street along with it.
The permanent pageant grounds came a few years later, set pieces representing the real-life landmarks. This year marks the 75th year of the last escape of Billy the Kid. Brett McInnes has played the title role for 11 years since he was a teenager and imagines the famous outlaw might not have been too different than him.
Him in my eyes is me. Smart aleck, flashy, you know, sometimes a little quiet, speak when I'm supposed to, and quiet when I need to be. But yeah, that's what I see is me.
Brett and the others spend much of the 2-hour action-packed show on real horses, firing blanks at one another as they tell the story many people know from movies like Young Guns.
we go through the 5-day battle, which is really famous. In the 5-day battle, we have a McSween set and the house catches on fire. And we portray all of that.
In the final scene, Billy the Kid, jailed for the murder of my ancestor, kills his guards and escapes one last time. A killer, but somehow the hero of the story.
The people that were here, I think, knew that it wasn't a clear case of good versus bad, that both sides in the end ended up destroying themselves. I mean, the end of it all, there were no winners. Nobody won. But sort of Billy comes out of it as the figure, whether rightly or wrongly, that everybody can attach to.
I try hard to get out into the audience and talk to all the young kids or the older folks, but I want to talk to the young kids, and I like to ask them, what do you know about Billy the Kid and the Lincoln County War? And most of them says, I said, I want you to go back to school because school's about to start. And I said, I want you to come back next year and tell me what you think.
You can walk through Lincoln and learn about all of it. The feuding merchants, gun battles in the streets. Tourists come for the legends. But those with roots in the region, well, some are still trying to figure out who were the good guys and the bad guys. Were Sheriff Brady and the others just victims of their time? Buried here, east of Lincoln, my ancestor has been at peace for more than 130 years. But for many families here, for my family, the legacy lives on.